welcome to the personal communication page. So the website's talked to you about how your communication skills can impact your performance at work. So maybe you're not speaking up to your boss, or you're not managing your clients, or not managing meetings very well, whether it's your one-to-one customer inquiries or a team discussion. And family communications, it can affect how you feel, whether you feel connected or that you feel loved, or that you can support, motivate and inspire the people that really matter to your happiness. So what do I mean by personal communications? Well, I guess this is a bit about what do you think about yourself and how are you communicating with you. And what I've found is that it's all very interlocked, your family relationships, your business relationships. And when I was told by marketing people, you have to decide, are you going to market to people in business, or are you going to market to people with their families? Are you going to market to individuals? And every time I did it, what I found is that the resources to help people be the best that they can be came from different areas of their life, from their business, their family, and them personally. So you're going to be here if perhaps there is something about you, a quality, that you feel isn't good enough. Maybe you're too sensitive. Maybe you're too quiet. Maybe you talk too much. And what I discovered over the years is that those qualities that you perhaps have started to criticize yourself for are actually your strengths. And it's recognizing when you can use them as a strength. So my one is, I was always told I was too sensitive, too touchy. And I am really, really sensitive. And I really care about people. But what I forgot to do was include caring about myself. And also, because I became so sensitive, that little things would trigger off an emotional reaction in me. And what I discovered is that people I really care about found it really difficult to tell me when I'd upset them or something was wrong. So there's me in this business world and my family life, creating an environment where other people could feel confident to speak up and say when it's not working, and yet people directly around me were not feeling okay to say it because I might have this massive adverse reaction. I might break down in tears or be very emotional. And so it's how do you get that balance, and ultimately it's the 3 steps that you've seen on the other videos. Is step 1 is clarity. Get really clear about what you want. You know, if you were working, you were learning and living at your very best, what would be happening? What would you hear, see and feel? And how do you need to be? So step 2 is confidence. So it's recognizing, I feel really, really passionately about stopping and recognizing when your sensitivity, your talking, your quietness is a real strength to you. Really value that, acknowledge it, that it's a really good thing about you, and then build up as a foundation of resourcing yourself when it doesn't work for you and the people around you. When is it not okay to keep quiet and not tell people how you feel? When is it not okay to keep talking? When is it not okay to be oversensitive about things? And develop strategies so that you have that balance, so you can flow in and out of the strength. It's not about changing who you are, it's maximizing who you are, and then having strategies when that strength is not working for you, it becomes a weakness. And I believe that they show up in our different contexts for different reasons. And then it's about changing the way that you listen, and ultimately changing the way that you listen to yourself, your inner critic, not judging yourself, not giving yourself a hard time, changing it from being really frustrated with yourself to being fascinated with yourself. So stories I'm supposed to share with you. I've worked with clients who have had anxiety, perhaps are scared to speak up in meetings, worry too much about letting people down or hurting people's feelings. So if that sounds like you, please give me a call, book a clarity and confidence call now. We'll have about an hour to get together, 15-20 minutes getting to know each other, half an hour where I'll ask you some questions to help you understand what's not working now and what you'd like to have happen, and then we can talk about whether or not our programs are for you. And as I've said on the other videos, if you look around the site, you'll see that the really intensive retreats, £2,500 for a 3-day intensive with a 90-day program. You know, if you're really sensitive to feedback, you don't want to lose your sensitivity, but you want to be able to manage your emotional reaction when people are speaking to you because you realise it's causing a problem in your communication, then that's a 90-day block. But if that's too much time, you know, too intense time, too much money, you know, clients work with me in small dribs and drabs over 2 or 3 years and gradually build it up. It's about doing it in a way that's right for you, learning in a way that works for you. So let's talk if you want to, and I'll listen because I can talk and I can listen now. Thanks for sharing space with me, and hopefully we'll speak soon.